God says, I'm taking you into a place this year, and all those who desire my presence and my glory and my intimacy will receive it. I'll never forget, I was in Peru one time, and my team, we during the night, I woke up the next morning, and we were at an orphanage. I woke up the next morning, and my team said, did you sleep good last night? I said, I slept great. And they said, I said, did y'all sleep well? They looked a little stressed, and I said, are y'all okay? And they said, no, we were up all night. And I said, well, you know what? I didn't sleep that well because I dreamed all night we were in an earthquake. And they said, that wasn't a dream. The earth shook all night. And so sometimes, you know, Jesus was in the bow of the boat during the storm. And the disciples went down there and they woke him up. They said, hey, we got a storm going on here. How can you be asleep? I want to get to the place that I'm at such peace with myself and with others. With myself and with others, that I can sleep through an earthquake and acknowledge that I've been through it. You know, I dreamed last night that we had an earthquake, but it didn't bother me. It didn't keep me up. It didn't worry me. You're either in three places in life. You're either going into a storm, in the middle of a storm, or coming out of the storm. How many of you today are going into a storm? Okay. How many of you are right now in the midst of a storm? Okay. So it's different, isn't it, for the person sitting beside you? How many of you have just come through a storm? Okay. That's a good place, isn't it? That's a smile on your face. I see that as recognition of rejoicing. Okay. So there's only three places we can be alive. Always. One of those three places. And for my ones that are so rejoicing with a smile on their face, when I ask who's going into a storm, and who's in the midst of a storm, but those that are coming out of a storm, you're like, I'm coming out. Okay, well, the good news to you is that you'll go right back in. Don't worry. It won't be long before you go right back in. But it's okay, because no matter, see, so many times we pray, God, calm the storm, calm the storm, calm the storm. We speak to these waves in Jesus' name, be still. And see, sometimes God just wants us to calm us. Going into the storm, in the middle of the storm, or coming out of the storm. Because, you know, He makes a way. And when the storm comes, what's the first thing that you do when you see a storm coming? Take shelter. See, it's that Psalms 91 place that in the midst of a storm you'll find the secret place. You'll find. So begin to acknowledge the storm for what it is. This is not something that the enemy's doing to me. This is not something the enemy's doing to me. This is not something God's doing to me. This is life, y'all.
That's good.
You're gonna have ups. You're going to have downs. You're going to have smiles, and you're going to have frowns. You're going to have people that hang around, and then you're going to have people that leave town.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is well with my soul. I challenge you today that no matter what you're going through, that you've got this. Okay? With me and my son, everything that he does, it takes helmets and pads. If he's rollerblading, roller skating, wakeboarding, dirt bike riding, whatever he does, I said, son, can't you play checkers? Everything you have to do is with a helmet and pads, chest guard and leg boots, and no matter what he does. Last week we were at the wakeboard compound, and he wants to jump on his wakeboard, the ramps that's out in the middle of the lake, and I put him off for 2 years, and this year was the reality. Mom, I want to jump this year. And I just finally said, you know what, son, jump. If you want to jump, jump. And when he hit that ramp and went up in the air. It's funny because when I videoed it, and you know, of course the sound was on, and the video was like, we start the video and he hits the ramp, and I'm like, I'm speaking in tongues, but he crashed, and he took a pretty hard crash, and but that little brown thumb, he knows if he knows to give Mama a sign, and if I could just see that little brown thumb, I know that everything's going to be okay, and that my son's okay, and that I'm okay. And so I don't know who this is for this morning. It may be somebody via Wi-Fi land. I just want to give you a little brown thumb this morning. I'll give you two of them. Things are going to be okay. God has made a way where there seems to be no way. But wherever you're at in life, God has your back. Isaiah 58:8. Let's read that right quick together, because I don't want you to think it's something I'm just telling you. I've just come up with because I need you to listen to me. This is the truth of God, and the only thing that's going to set you free is the truth of God, not anything Rebecca King could say, but what the King of Kings has already said. Isaiah 58:8 says, "Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward." One translation says, thy rear guard.
Yeah, mine says rear guard.
Because he's got you covered. God has you